Today, I'm going to tell you two stories. One is true, and the other isn't. Listen carefully because by the end of this video, you'll know which one was real, and which one was born entirely from my imagination. But be careful, you might not guess it right. Ready? Let's begin with the first story. First story, the police. It was a dark night, the kind of night where the house feels too big and every shadow seems alive. Silence, no TV, no human voices, not even the sound of little feet running down the hallway. I knew it immediately. They had left me alone. For the first time, Coco, the great Coco, was the sole ruler of the house. I walked calmly, inspecting each room like a night guard. The fridge, closed. The sofa, empty. Everything under control. And then, I saw it. A tiny red light blinking in the corner of the living room. The security camera. It was watching me. At first, I didn't care. What could a simple camera possibly do to me? But then, after a few minutes, ding dong. The doorbell rang, loud as thunder in the silence. The door burst open, and what I saw froze my whiskers. The police. Two officers walked in, flashlights sweeping across every corner. I stood perfectly still, my eyes glowing in the dark. "There he is," one of them shouted. Before I could even blink, they picked me up like a criminal and carried me to their patrol car. The ride to the station felt endless. I stared out the window thinking, what on earth is happening? When we arrived, they sat me under a blinding light. And then I heard the words I never thought I'd hear. Name? Coco? Crime? Breaking and entering. Apparently the security camera had detected suspicious movement. And of course the suspect was me. They took my statement. They fingerprinted me. They even took a mugshot. I kept thinking, a cat. In jail. This can't be real. Luckily, after a few hours, my humans arrived. They explained everything. That I lived there, that I wasn't a burglar, just a very curious cat. One of the officers looked at me, shook his head, and said, "This cat has trouble written all over his face." And just when I was about to walk out of the station, I woke up. It had all been a dream, a weird, ridiculous, terrifying dream. But what a nightmare. A criminal in my own home. Second story, the hacker. The second story also begins at night. I was curled up in my favorite corner when I heard a strange sound. Not the usual creaks of the house, not the hum of the fridge. It was typing, fast, sharp, mechanical typing. As if someone, somewhere, was writing on a keyboard just behind the screen. I thought, bah, it's just my humans watching videos again. But no, the TV was off, and they were sound asleep. The sound was coming from the computer, and then the screen lit up on its own. First a green glow, then a flicker, then a message. "Coco, I'm watching you!" I jumped, literally. Who the whiskers knew my name? The letters began typing themselves, one after another, as if an invisible hand were writing from the other side. "Coco, Coco, Coco!" It repeated again and again. My tail puffed up like a bottle brush. Then came the next line. "You have a mission. If you refuse, I'll shut down your Wi-Fi forever." That was real blackmail. A cat without Wi-Fi is nothing. The text continued. "I've hacked your house. I know when you eat. I know when you sleep. I know when you scratch the couch. From now on, you work for me." I stared at the screen. Eyes wide, I was just about to swipe it with my paw when... Click! The security camera in the living room rotated and pointed straight at me. The hacker wasn't just in the computer. He was watching me live. Another message appeared, colder this time. "Don't try to run, Coco. I'm watching you. Always." And then, the screen went black. Silence. Only the sound of my own breathing, I walked slowly to the window, wondering if any of it had really happened. Or if it was just another cruel trick of my feline imagination. Coco's lesson: security tips for humans. Hey humans, before you start imagining hooded hackers and digital ghosts, let your friend Coco give you a few quick tricks to help you sleep better tonight. First, if you think someone might be watching you, cover your camera. A piece of tape or a simple cover works better than 1,000 theories. Second, restart your router and change your Wi-Fi password. And please not 1234 or potato, be creative. Third, update your camera and router firmware. Those updates are like vaccines for your home. Fourth, if your camera has a guest network or remote access, turn it off when you don't need it. Fewer open doors, fewer scares, and finally, turn on two-step verification. If someone tries to get in, make sure it costs them. Do all this, and you'll sleep like a cat in a sunbeam. And if something weird still happens, call an expert. Meanwhile, I'll keep watching the house from the